So, hey, we're back again. We're doing some time travel, yay! Which just means I took the time one day to record a bunch of videos, which is why I look exactly the same in all of them. yeah. So, that's a whole ass thing. But it's Tuesday, which means we're gonna do a haul. This is a combo though. It is a magic haul and an art haul. Those happen every now and then. They actually, they overall have a lot more than any of my other hauls. But before we get to that, I'm Aradia your resident witch and creatrix over Aradia's Hand and Danae's Divine, where I create myth, magic, meaning for your everyday life through art, intuition, and energy work. And as I said, on Tuesdays we'd like to do a little thing called hauls. So the whole purpose of the hauls in general is to share something that I have bought for my businesses, bought for my work. Whether it's my witch work or whether it's my artwork. It's hey, look, I'm excited. I'm sharing some stuff with you. It's also a, hey, look, I got this. If you've been thinking about this is what I'm doing with it. So this might be some ideas. Or, hey, you already have this and I have this now and this is what I'm doing with it and what are you doing with it? So it's a way to kind of like foster community and share. So, you know, there's not a whole lot of ways that I like doing that. And so it's really important for me to find ways to do that I'm cool with, because I'm not about fitting in a box. No, thank you. So, we're going to start this off. Now, so what is it? 2 weeks ago, I went to Walmart for something very specific. Stop. You're doing too much. I did not leave with that thing. In fact, they didn't even have it. But I left with a bunch of other things. And if you'd like to see that video, you can go back and check it out. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I'm sorry. I am fritzing out, apparently. And the dog is like, I need attention. I need all the attention. Yeah, babes. Yeah. Anyway. Well, I was gonna go to Michael's anyway. Okay. And in fact, why was I gonna go to Michael's? I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I'm sorry. Usually I don't do that. Yes, the camera moved a bit. I know. It was leaning and I'm like, I can see it just like I can see this right here. Back there. Don't. It's like, I'll be seen. So I went, usually I get these from Michael's. It's got little paper hexies, and if you want to see them and know more about what I'm doing with them, again, click that other post. I'll have it linked in the description below easily so that you can just find it instead of you having to scroll, because I'm nice sometimes. But I usually get these from Michael's. Every time I have gone to Michael's, the last several times, they haven't had any. Now, the funny thing is, they have one of these in the embroidery section, you know, in the textile area. Those are made for embroidery floss, which means they probably have a logo on them, or otherwise the same. They're like 2 or 3 times as expensive. So don't go and get that one. Don't go and get that one. Go over to the bead section and look for it over there, because you probably will pay less. And if you can't, just try somewhere else. Like, this has got 17 compartments, with one of them being like, this one's really long. But like, I have a ton of these, and I had a project that was sitting on my coffee table, and I'm just like, I can't finish this project because I don't have what I need for me to finish this project, and it's driving me a little bananas. So what was the fix? Well, the fix was to just get another one. That was the fix. And so I finally did so. So like this was why I was telling myself I was going to go to Michael's, but I was probably just going to go anyway. I got to be honest with you. Onto the floor you go. We'll put you away later. After this video. So, that's really what I was supposed to be there. Like the other trip, I definitely left with things I wasn't supposed to. If you know what I mean. First up though, and this is what makes this a magical. It's like the only thing that does it. Okay, first of all, I love cast iron. That's just a thing. And I ring it. And I like it. I like that sound. So I'm really particular about my bells. But this is going to be a ritual item. And so it's nice and hefty. I like it. I'm very excited. What's now? Very interesting, huh? So there's that. That is now a thing. I don't know where in my ritual space I'm going to put it. Because bells are usually used to like signal like change, like opening and closing and stuff like that. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this. Because when I reference things, I try to link to those things so that there's context, but sometimes I can't find things because they're not where I thought they were, or I didn't save them, or I didn't like it. I just like saw something. So there was a TikTok, and it said, the gist of it was, it's really messed up that you've got all this spooky season stuff and you've got all these things welcoming. Like, you don't welcome things into your house. And there's like, come on in, welcome, have a seat. And I'm just like, yeah, no, that's right. Like, you shouldn't welcome anything into your house. You don't know what it is. And they just were walking through Michael's and just pointing out all of the things that said welcome. And when I went to Michael's, I actually did stop and look around, and I was like, oh yeah, no, there's a lot of things that are inviting. Which is why when I saw this, I'm like, well, I need this. So there you go. It says, whoop, 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 beware. Famous last words. I love this. It's actually hanging on one of my witch shelves above my desk. It's hilarious. And to top it off, right, not only did I put it up there, I also put my golden apple on top of it, because that was like chef's kiss. And there's a lot of golden apples across myth and legend, but one in particular is rather notorious, and we'll leave it at that. But every time I see a golden apple, I laugh a little bit, because I'm like, ha 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 ha, my patroness likes those. Ha 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 ha. Patroness is a really generous word too, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So, now this next thing, I got it, and I mentioned, go lay down. Go lay down. Get on your bed. Get on your bed. No, your bed. Lay down. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm just going to stare at you, Mom, wag my tail. I know that you know. You want to lay down over here? You want to lay down over here? Come here. Come here. Lay down over there. No, over there. No? What do you want? I don't know what she wants. I haven't taught this dog English yet. Like, well, it's like a one-way communication. Are you telling me that you want to go outside? Is that what you want? You want to go outside? All right. So, apparently we're going to pause this video again. I'll be right back. The dog, she calls. So, oh my gosh, I'm back. The pupper needed attention and to go outside, so that is what we do. But, yeah, beware. So, that was great. Now, like I said, like I was saying, The next item, I bought this. So I talked about this a little not last week, but the week before last. And I said, I'll probably mention it. So in that video, I got, I'll show you because it's like right here within reach. It's dropping stuff, I'm sorry. I got this punch needle set. Oh my gosh, there you go. This is Boy, one of my favorite brands, as I said then. Just knock everything on the floor because that's fine. And a bunch of other sewing notions and stuff like that. But I digress. I got it, and punch needle has been something I've been wanting to get into, but I just haven't made the leap yet. Part of it because I haven't learned even the basics yet. I've been just kind of tinkering around with finding out what I need to do it here and there, and like idly looking over finished pieces that people have used the method for, and trying to decide, you know, is this something I want to do now? Is this something I want to do later? What does this look like? You know, so there you go. And now I think I have like a better understanding of how some rugs are made. So one of the things I noticed is I was like, you know what? You need a fabric to do this on. So I saw this, and it said, I think it was 12 and 14 count. I think it was which is, part of that is, this is Aida cloth. That's what this is, or what you would cross stitch on. Now, I don't know the exact weave, but usually you're using monk's cloth. I mean, that's one of the things you can use. And it's like an even weave. It's like, you know, not stretchy, not like a twill or something like that, where it's just plain over, under, over, under. I'm pretty sure that's what they're meaning by that. Anyway, and I got it, like, I found it already on a canvas, and I'm like, that's kind of adorable. And I can, like, it's not very big. I can take around with this. And then I thought to myself, is this gonna work? And I realized I don't actually know. So I have some Aida cloth here already in my house. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practice on that. And if it doesn't work, these are gonna go back. Because while I love these, and these are really cute, and like I could totally make something on these, this is not something I'm doing right now. And so I don't want it in my house, basically. And like, if I learn how to frame, which is probably going to be something I'm going to get into doing so I can frame my own work, I'm going to be able to build a frame anyway. So even if I can't get this later, I can manage. So these, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm on the fence about whether I want it to work or not. Right? That sounds terrible. But there you go. Now, okay, so onwards. Now, one thing I did see was this. So this is a large punch needle, and like, as you can see, these are super, super small. And this is much larger. And much larger. Like that silver bit, much larger. Which just means you're gonna use this with yarn. That's it. Because you're gonna make a hole in theory, and you're gonna need something to fit through that hole. And like, you don't want to use, and this applies to like any kind of needle, you don't want to use something that's the wrong size, because it'll be hard to work with, or it won't turn out right. Like if you used a needle too small for like the yarn that you were sewing with, it would make too small a hole, and so it would somewhat distort the energy. It wouldn't look right. So I grabbed this. This is actually the first time I've seen this one, but I figured, yes. Now there is, do I have this on here? I don't know if I do. Let's make a note. Ooh. So this is what happens, right? I think of stuff like in the middle of my videos, and I'm like, I'm gonna forget this. I don't know if I have this, but if I do, Now I'm realizing I don't know which one it is. So there is, in fact, a. Let's see. We're actually gonna like step out for a second, and we're gonna look it up because I want to know now if it'll let me, which may not be the case. No? No? Yes? No? Maybe so? I'm trying to think of the brand. I don't want to tell you the wrong one and you go looking for it and you're like, that wasn't right. Let's see. Let's see. My ears are ringing. It's awesome. Yes. Okay, so I was going to say Ashford. It's not Ashford, it's Oxford. That is a brand, and their punch needles are like these, a lot bigger. They have different sizes. I don't know how small they go down to, but I know that they're bigger than those are. And there is a whole set of them. Like, I want to buy the whole set, like, right now. There's a really good chance that if I come into, like, enough spare money, suddenly gonna own them all. Because I love sets. We talked about that. We've talked about, I love sets. I love them too much. So, anyway, yeah. I like this though. This is neat. It's, I've got small ones. I've got this one. Arguably, this is huge, comparatively. Does it say what size it is? I don't know. I don't know. So, yay. Okay. Back to our notes. Back to these messages. So it's Oxford, and like that's on my wish list. Like I've been ogling them since I found them. So after that, I've got the smaller one. Now the smaller one is larger than I think the smallest of those, but I'm not sure what size it is. I have no idea. But obviously this is smaller. This is still literally, this is just the needle and the threader. You need yarn or string or thread or something to go through it. You need something to punch through, right? So you need fabric. You probably could use a frame or something to hold the fabric so you're not just like freehanding it, or like anything to hold it, really, like a scroll frame, like a hoop. If you just hung it like from the ceiling, right, and had it suspended, I mean, and was not moving back and forth too much, I mean, theoretically you could probably do that too. I've seen people use tufting guns which do something similar to this. It's just mechanized, and I've absolutely seen people do that, and it's like up in the air. So you know, so I got these. So now I went from having no punch needles to having 5. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now, what is wrong with you? Along with this is something else, but I'm going in the order for the list. These also happen. So this is a bunch of blues, and I bought this because this was one of the other reasons why I was thinking about going to Michael's. I was having a really hard time the other day. My mental health has not been great, and I have been under a lot of strain for way too long, and so I'm kind of cracking around the edges, and it's like getting harder. It's harder to keep it together, like in the public, like not let people know that I'm not okay. And look, this is not a judgment on people who want. don't. Like, I don't like being asked, are you okay? Are you fine? Because my answer is no, I'm not. But you can't do anything about it. Neither can I. So let's just move on. And that's just me. That is just me. Whatever you need to do for yourself is what you need to do for yourself. And I encourage you to do that. If you need help, if you need support, please go and get it. And if you know somebody who maybe needs it, ask them. Offer. You know, it's a two-way street. And if everybody attempts to communicate, we can, like, get some of these things addressed so that things don't get ugly, right, and sad. Just a thought. Yay, yay. Oh, unfortunate. But I was really sad, and in my grief, I guess you would call it, I just had this image of some kind of textile with just a lot of blue, just kind of, I guess, abstractly attached to it. Like, it wasn't embroidery or not embroidery. It wasn't punch needle, not, like, it was just streaks of blue, and that was just like an artistic interpretation of, right, like how I was feeling. And I was like, you know what, I want to make this in an art. And like, you should probably get some thread. I'm like, that's gonna be like the lowest cost for you to do this, and the easiest thing for you to do at home. I'm like, yeah, you should probably do that. Now, how I'm gonna do it, whether I'm gonna do it, what form it's gonna take, I have no idea. But that was just the thing. So that's why that happened. It was perfect, because I'm like, oh, I was thinking to myself, are you gonna have to buy like a bunch of blue, and you're gonna have to choose blues? I'm like, blues, choose blues. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. So finding that was like, yes, win. Now, do I love that brand of thread? No, I don't, actually. It's not the worst, but I definitely prefer DMC. That'll do. Like, if you wanna screw around and just whatever, I mean, that works, okay? And if it's your favorite, awesome. I just don't like it. It's just me. So the tool, though, I've seen this around. Didn't know what it was for. It was in the same place that this is, and with the latch hook. And I have a latch hook tool, but I'm pretty sure it's my toolbox, like a legit toolbox. And I don't access my toolbox very often, so I'm pretty sure I can't get to it. So a latch hook, it is a hook with a latch on it. I know that sounds obnoxious, but that is 100% what it is. You latch hook rugs. So what happens is it's got a little hook, and there's a little mouth, and it closes. So when you draw it through the canvas, which is what it's called, it doesn't release it. It doesn't like slide out. And it's just, I got into latch hook like as a kid. It's really easy. It hurts your hands though. The canvas that you work on is usually really scratchy, and so this is not something I recommend, like, thinking you're gonna do for hours at a time. Like, you might want to take a break, because ouch. But that's very similar to what this is as far as finished object. It's also for rug making, and apparently there's a whole bunch of ways to make rugs that I didn't even know about. And a rug's a textile. So this is called a locker hook. Basically, it looks like a crochet hook with the needle of an eye on the end. And it works similar to the punch needle, where you're going to thread something through here, and that's how you're going to keep it in place, and you're going to draw whatever it is through the other end. That's it. I'm probably explaining that in the worst way possible, because I haven't actually done this, but you use those on the same thing that you use latch hook on. And technically, if you had a really gigantic punch needle, you could probably use this mesh as well, but like the mesh is gigantic. I don't know how many squares are per inch, but they're like, you could easily fit a pencil through one of these spaces, and so they're not small, but also rug, and the fiber that's going through them needs to have space. And so, yeah, no. Anyway, yeah, no, yeah. So I passed by that like I don't know, half a dozen times, and I'm like, I should look into this later because I don't know what a locker hook is. And now I do, and I'm like, ooh, that looks fun. Also, I love my low tech tools. So I love my sewing machine and my serger. They're fucking awesome. But I also love, you know, a little weaving loom, like a little tiny French knitter, or you know, crochet hook, or bobbins. Like, I love the little things too because they're usually really low tech, and you can make awesome stuff with something really low tech. And I guess that kind of makes it like a little more magical to me. So final thing, yarn. Now this yarn, this is Lily's Sugar and Cream, which means it's kitchen cotton, which is like the roughest cotton on the planet, but it's teal. That's why we have it. It's teal, and I love teal, and I'm like, I'm gonna make myself something with that. What is it? I don't know, but I'm gonna make myself something with it. It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited. Maybe I'll make like myself a little. I saw some. What is it called? Filet crochet. I think that's what it is. I could do a filet crochet. There's a filet crochet. God, is that right? I hope that's the right word. It's been a really long time since I've seen it. Anyway, biscuits. There's gonna be so much editing. This video is gonna be a nightmare. Hold on. Trying to think of where I've seen this. I think I have a version of, like, I have what I'm thinking of close at hand. If I can remember where it is. I'll be right back. I know, this is the worst. Why are you getting up? Because I forget stuff all the time. And then want to look for it, you know, at the worst times possible. Like, I saw this the other day. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can't, it's okay. I'm not saying anything important. I saw this the other day because I saw something and I was like, haha! I think I found it. I found it! Woohoo! Yeah! I went to my store to do that, actually. That's how this happened. Is this in here? Is it in there? Is it? I don't know. Did I get up and look for something just to not find it? Because that's what it looks like I did. Well, that's unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. I know what it is, too. Oh, biscuit. Oh, biscuit. And I'm thinking to myself, did I like take this out of my stuff and put it somewhere weird? And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, yeah, but do you know? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not really sure. Because I've been known to do stuff like that. Where I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to put this in this weird ass place for no apparent reason. Oh, please. I know. We're going to look again. Because it was with this stuff. And why it wouldn't be back with it, I don't understand. Like, there's no reason for it to have left this bag area. And yet, ¿dónde está? No sé. No sé. Did I put it in some weird place? Possible. Very, very possible. Very possible. Ow, biscuits. This is super fun. We're going on an adventure, only you're not coming, you're just hearing the commentary from it. So, I don't know where I found this, but I don't know where it's gone. Yep, you're welcome. I know. I'm making your ears bleed, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. everything is fine. I don't understand why I can't find this. Because I don't understand where in the world I would have put this, that it would have, like, essentially disappeared. Can you feel me, people? Like, where did I put this? Where did I hide this from myself? And why? Why? What purpose? This is great. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. And we're gonna resume what we were talking about. I'll give it like one last hurrah. Because I can't help myself. And, you know, yeah. My dog is being suspicious. I don't love it. I know that. I hate that. Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. Okay, that was fun. I didn't find it. I still have no idea where it is. What the hell? So I'm already gonna have to edit some of this video. I got one more thought. One more thought. Hold on. This is how this happens. I have one more thought, and then it's like the right thought. It appears that that was not correct in this case, but I did find something else that I did not realize was there. So that's a win, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Nope. No. Fail. Okay. So I'm just gonna have to describe it to you because it doesn't appear that I know where it is at all. Which is very unfortunate because it's very neat. And you're just gonna have to take my word on it. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to, find it as soon as I'm done with this video. That's how this is gonna work. As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna turn and it's gonna be like, hi, I've been here the whole time. And I'm gonna be like, I fucking hate you. So, yeah, for those who don't know, I have a heart condition. So is my breathing labored right now? Yes. Yes, it is. Is my face flushed? Yes. Yes, it is. That was awesome. The funny thing is, I very distinctly remember seeing this. Might have another thought. Okay, I have one more thought. One more over there. This I will pause you for also because it's going to have a lot more shuffling around. But it might be in there because I feel like I put it back. I know. This is weird. This is a weird thing. Look how fabulous my hair looks though. Like, seriously. So, we're going to wait a minute. Okay. All right. So, I found it. It was in another bag full of stuff. So, I have a bunch of things that a friend and I had to talk about this the other day. I have a bunch of things that I have from when I first started making things and just me like kind of fritzing around. And some of it looks like shit. Some of it's like incomplete. There's a couple things where I practiced a technique, got it down, but then didn't like immediately have a use for it. So like have this little finished motif or something, right? But it's just there, existing. Go lay down. Go. You're kind of me. This is what I was thinking. This is what I was looking for. So, do you see it? Do you see the e? Yes, there's that in there. This is called, if I recall correctly, filet crochet, and it is called that because it makes this kind of lace lattice work. And when you want to make a picture in it, you just fill in those places. You'll see this a lot, like in thread, and kitchen curtains, like balances, stuff like that. So yeah, this is like the motif. This is the whole motif. It's just the bat. And I only made one because I think I only needed one, but I will totally find like the rest of it. And that's probably honestly what I'm going to do with that is make one of those, but bigger, like maybe slightly looser a hook than it needs. I'll see what the rows look like all together, if it's close enough for you to stand with light behind it and see it. But yeah, that's what we get. So that was a lot of adventure. It's gonna be fun splicing all that out. Yeah. I have had to splice multiple like parts together before, and like I've done it, but it was not without a lot of headache. But worth it. To like get the random bits off, and also like we're gonna try and fix the whole start stop problem that I've got, because what I don't want is me just like looking weird. I mean, there's no help for that, but we can cut certain things out, right? If we like do the action then pause, right? Just don't, if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I went to Michael's. That's what happens. I went to Michael's. All this stuff happened, and then all this stuff happened. And I haven't done anything with anything yet. I knew, like I said, this was going to be for me, and I kind of was just collecting various punch needle tools. And the locker hook, I think I need like something for specifically, like I need the mesh that you would work into. And so there's that. But I think that's it, because I think everything else that I could possibly need I already have. Yeah. I like, or I can get easily enough. So not a big deal, and like I know where to go to get stuff. So there's that, which is yay. Now, like I said, because I get stuff and like immediately go for like trying to share it, I don't usually have time to kind of share like, or say, hey, I did this thing, and then show it to you. But what I will say is I wasted no time putting this up. And as soon as we're done, I'm gonna put it back up. And because every time I look at it, I'm like, heh, that's funny. Yeah. Is that everything? Gosh, I think that's everything. I think I've covered that. Yeah, so like I said, the punch needle, that's the thing now. I've broken the seal. So now I'm going to be like collecting things as I can that have to do with that. And then I'm going to be doing the same thing with the locker hook tool. That one I need to read significantly more about, but I think it uses some of the same thing. Like it uses mesh. Like there's a lot of crossover with a lot of these different arts. And if you do things like with large enough materials, then you can like do anything. So like you could make a giant cross stitch if you wanted to. You would just need to have a giant mesh that you were working into. And then you would need to have like giant fiber that you were pulling through it. So there you go. Don't get any ideas. Actually, get all the ideas. Get all of the ideas. All of them. So I think locker hooking is going to take me a little longer to get into because I know less about it. The punch needle I've, dithered around with, and actually have a bunch of tabs open on my phone, and a bunch saved to Pocket and whatnot. So yeah, that I'm not worried about. But you'll get to see all of it. It'll show up in my project time. It'll show up in my other conversations. So don't worry. It's not gone now. Now, all it said, if you want to see pictures of all these, like without me moving around a ton and like clearly see them. You can scroll on the post below. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the link at the top and it'll send you over to Patreon where you can see the pictures. As always, I'm gonna link everything I can. So I know as of this recording, like right now, I have linked everything there. Whether the links will work later, especially things like this. This is a seasonal item. So if you watch this like significantly later in the year, it's probably gonna be gone. So just be aware of that. Obviously stuff like this and like this probably still gonna be there. So that's just the thing I want to like make people aware of, that sometimes like things go and you don't really think about it, but then if you stop, you're like, oh yeah, no, that was only out because of this reason. So yeah. That said, also linked below is my website, Aradia's Hand at Danae's Divine, where you can buy art from me or work with me, whatever it is, whatever floats your boat. As well as my active social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, where I like to hang out the most, and now YouTube. And I've got both of my profiles for everything up there. I'm getting more into being on Facebook and Twitter, at least for work, and just kind of popping in. So there's gonna be an uptick in those posts if you like go to my spaces and see, oh yeah, there's like a lot being said. Yeah, there is. And most of what I've been saying lately is just, you know, putting this out there like, hey, this exists and I'm doing this. In part because I do a lot over here, and yeah, I do a lot over here. I do a lot. So yeah, let's just, I don't know, make it work for me. Yes. But that said, is that everything? Since you stayed to the end, all right, what are we doing? I covered my planner. I did. Since you stayed to the end, tomorrow's Wednesday, we're going to be doing work in progress. So we're going to check in on the intentions we set out on Monday and see like where we are as far as getting things done. So I look forward to that and sharing those with these things with you. I can't word today, apparently. That's fine. His tongue's like, I don't want to do work. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. So, just to wrap it all up, thank you for being here. Thanks for putting up with the weird like back and forth for this video. Like I said, I'm gonna do my best to get all the like extra unnecessary weirdness out of the video, but my editing skills are trash. So yeah, it might not work out so well for me. I don't know. Yeah, but it means a lot to me that you're here, that you watch these videos, that you share, that you like, that you comment. It means a lot to me even if you just lurk and I don't know you're there, because you could be doing something else with your time. And this is a point of connection, and I definitely want to foster connections because, you know, that's how we learn, that's how we grow, that's how we reach out and expand past our, you know, little tiny microcosms. And there's a lot to be experienced and see and gain from and benefit and contribute to when you connect with people and things. So yeah, that said, I'm gonna go. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye, railings, and I will see you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed tomorrow. Toodles.